Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? So I have, I think it's the Super Supper and kibble. No more salami. So you've been really skittish the past, I don't know how many days now. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even near Scruffy and he just hissed to me. I was closing the door. And I was actually finished closing the door, and then he hissed. So yeah, Scruffy's acting really weird. I don't know what your problem is, Scruffy. Okay, I'm in the chair. Okay, he's not avoiding me right now, so guess we're back to normal, but yeah, he's acting weird. I don't know, maybe it was all the salami. So we're not going to get any more salami, so maybe he'll start acting more normal. That's a nice meow. So let's see, the weather is not as hot as yesterday. Yesterday it got a lot hotter than was predicted. So today was more in line with what they predicted. So still hot, but cooler than yesterday. I was actually really uncomfortable last night. So yeah, the heat didn't dissipate, and then the house was even hotter because I was doing all the cooking yesterday. So I turned on the AC when I went to bed, and I was still too hot. So, and also I was sore because I did a bunch of pull-ups yesterday since I didn't go out, and I haven't been doing enough pull-ups since I'm probably getting weaker. And I was trying to do my normal regimen, and yeah, I was really feeling the soreness last night when I was trying to sleep. So yeah, I gotta work on that more. But yeah, I was in kind of pain, or well, discomfort. I was trying to get to sleep and it was too hot, so I took ibuprofen and I turned down the thermostat another degree. Probably should have did 2 more degrees, but finally got to sleep. But yeah, I was kind of up late and ended up waking up late today because of that. So yeah, I've been kind of behind all day. I wanted to feed Scruffy 15 minutes to a half hour ago. I'm still technically early, but I'm planning on going for a run after I feed Scruffy. And I think I want to try to do a long run, but now that I'm a little later than I planned, and because the sun is setting so much earlier, I'm not sure. But I have more than enough time to do a short run, so it feels like I should do a longer run. And since I didn't go out yesterday, it feels like I should do a longer run because my legs will be hopefully less fatigued from having an off day. No biking, no running. So, see what happens. He turned around quick there. Thought he was going to strike. So, yeah, I don't know why Scruffy's been so jittery when he seems to really enjoy the pets. Headbutt there. So, yeah, I mentioned I cooked a new batch of soup last night, and I had more ingredients this time because the last few times I wasn't able to get certain ingredients, and this time I was able to get some of them, and then I started adding more tomato paste, and because of I was still short a couple things, but yeah, the things I got this time were more bulky. So I managed to fill my pot up to the brim, and so I got a. So usually I freeze 6 containers, and then I have a 7th that I keep that I don't freeze, that I just will eat out for the next week from the refrigerator. So yeah, because of the extra quantity, I actually got one more container, not a full-sized one, but slightly smaller one. So might be able to go a little bit longer without cooking another batch. Of course, with my luck, the freezer will go out again. And I'll lose everything. Fortunately, yeah, the soup I make is pretty inexpensive. The expensive part's all the fresh vegetables. Actually, I don't use that many fresh vegetables, do I? Well, I guess I do. So the celery's fresh, carrots are fresh, and when I add the broccoli, that's sometimes fresh. Sometimes I use the frozen stuff. But yeah, I use some frozen vegetables too. But yeah, it takes a lot of time to cook and clean up. So fortunately, I'm only doing it. I'm coming out to roughly, I think, a month and a half. So basically, I lose a day, but I get 6 weeks. Minimal dinner prep time. I still got to do some prep, but it's minimal. Yeah. Scruffy was doing a love bite there. He's kind of chomping on the finger of the glove. So I guess we're getting close to food time here. Okay, ready for food? Yeah, you're ready. Okay, here's your food. This fur actually looks better today. Okay. So let's see. I think I saw Scruffy on the table this morning, but once again, camera wasn't on, so screw that. Stupid camera. And then let's see, at lunchtime, yeah, I saw Scruffy lying on the other side of the table, on the other side of the deck, I think. And he looks like he just wanted to sleep, like he's been doing the past few days. It wasn't as hot today, so, well, it was yesterday. It was still hot, so I don't know, maybe he wanted the water, but since he hasn't been coming to the water immediately, I figured he'd just ignore it. So eventually I went in, and then to my surprise, he came immediately for the water. He didn't hesitate. He came right over. I think I'd even stopped the camera because I didn't expect him to come over. And then he completely faked me out today. And yeah, I was having trouble with the camera too. The camera app crashed a couple times. I think I was trying to get started with the water. And so I think that was one of the reasons I stopped it early. So yeah, this thing's probably going to crash again. Might as well just end it. I actually have gotten a few corrupt files in the past week. I don't think I lost any like useful footage, but there have been a couple of small files that are basically unreadable. And kind of pathetic. So never had that problem with the other camera. I'm tempted to reuse it again, even with the bulging battery. So anyway, yeah, it's still warm right now, but I think there's a slight breeze that's starting to pick up. So I'm hoping that tonight when I go for the run, it'll continue to cool down and get a nice breeze, so it won't be so bad. Yesterday would have been a very bad day to run, I think. It was just way too hot. Said I could go for a bike ride today, but I feel like I'm behind and I actually need more time for my bike rides. And I need more daylight. Oh, I forgot to talk about this for actually a while. I saw a dead raccoon on the. It was off the street. It was in some plant area beyond the sidewalk. So it scared the heck out of me when I saw it because it was basically flat to the ground. Its arms were extended, so you could see the claws, and its jaw was open. I think eyes were open, so it looked pretty fierce looking. And I didn't know it was dead immediately. So I was a little startled when I saw it. And then I saw, it wasn't moving. So I don't know what happened to it. My guess is it may have taken some trauma, got hit by a car or something, and managed to get its body off the street and into the brush, and then just maybe died from internal bleeding or something. That's my first guess. Second guess is maybe it just died, from poisoning, or died eating something bad, or some other thing that would cause its body to be left intact. But yeah, really scary looking. It's not that far from here. So I wonder if maybe it was one of the raccoons that's been raiding the water bowl, causing mischief in my yard. It's a little further down, so I'm not sure if he'd pick on my yard or not, but I'm guessing they probably have a wide range, because I know Boots has a pretty wide range, and so why wouldn't a raccoon even have a larger range? So I see some pate under the golf ball. He was able to knock the big ball around to get to some of the pate, but he really needs to move the golf ball, I think. It's moving the whole plate. Okay, I think he got to the last big concentration of pate. Yeah, I think somebody commented Scruffy kind of looks like a raccoon. And yeah, I kind of see that too. I've been confused a few times too. I think it's just coloring and long fur. So, I've been getting a lot of automated phone call messages recently stating that a lot of them state that I just purchased iPhone. I forgot what version. It's like iPhone 12. It's not the newest one. So that was a little. Well, the whole thing's odd, but so basically, they're telling you, push. I think their phrasing is, we think there's a fraud. This might be a fraud thing, so you should push 1 or 2 or something to talk to a rep, because if you think this is a fraudulent action, and then I'm sure they're gonna figure out a way to scam you that way when you talk to a person. And so I've been getting a whole bunch of calls, and at one point I think a whole bunch of calls came in within like the same hour, definitely the same day. But what was interesting was each one came from a different phone number, caller ID. And none of the phone numbers looked legitimate at all. And then moving the balls. The other thing I've been noticing is I'm getting a lot of automated robocalls, and they're all leaving messages on my answering machine, and they're filling up the storage space, so I have to keep deleting them because I keep running out of space. Because they're not smart enough to figure out they're talking to an answering machine, and so they just they do their automated thing, and they wait for a response, and they just sit there and they leave the phone line open, and meanwhile the voicemail is recording everything, including all the silence. I've been tempted to change the setting to cut off after a certain amount of time, but I actually do get occasionally some important messages that are long, and I don't want to cut those off. But yeah, that do not call registry is a complete waste of time. It does nothing as far as I can tell. Because I registered my number on that thing multiple times. Yeah, Scruffy kind of slow tonight. Kind of interesting considering he had less food tonight. No salami. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.